We're only going to do 2 videos, which are usually pretty short. But we'll just see if anything funny comes from our catching up and drinking our wine.
Okay.
So I have started doing this thing where I wear funky glasses, though, during my videos.
Well, funky glasses are good.
So I brought these for you.
There's no glass.
There is no glass. It's actually just to frame your eyes. Well, you know, I don't want to mess up.
Is it supposed to go like that, or does it go? Does it go the other way?
You know what? The W works a little bit better.
I don't know. That might work.
Like anyone who doesn't know, he was featured on Groomer Has It, which, yay! He's also a talented singer, and he shows dogs, and he has like little puppies here. But William, I didn't know much more about you. I mean, really,
well, cheers.
Yeah, cheers. That's tasty. I don't normally drink like the sweet stuff. I just broke up with my boyfriend, so that's why the mustache and the craziness, right? Like all girls go through like the crazy.
So this is the let go.
I guess.
This is the let go.
I got a new tattoo. Do you like it? It's a pineapple.
Oh my god. Okay, so literally yesterday I was at the store trying to buy new summertime clothes, and pineapples are in.
Yeah.
Like all the shorts, everything. It's pineapple.
Pineapple is really, really popular right now. But you know what? Pineapple reminds me of like my first cheer coach. She was obsessed with pineapples. Everything was pineapple. So like it reminds me of that. But I decided to get it tattooed because, you know, I feel like it all started with that pineapple suit. Do you remember when I wore
the pineapple suit?
The pineapple suit. So
okay.
I was like, you know, I'm closing off this part of my, you know, life with my boyfriend. I wanted something to, and I wanted to get the pineapple.
How long were you guys together?
3.5 years.
Oh, that's quite a while.
I know, it was not short, and it's, you know, I'm in therapy, so I'm doing the whole thing. But you know, I think quarantine kind of came for a lot of couples.
It happened to a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard so much.
Frustrated, you know, because if you don't, anyway. And she was like, no, don't do it. You have to wait till the world is like back to normal because you can't make that decision. So the world's not back to normal, but it was 6 months later and I was like not feeling any better. So long distance is hard, guys. Like, don't try it at home.
Where was he?
He lives in Bakersfield. I live in San Diego.
Okay.
Bakersfield is where I'm from, which is where I met him. But then
you didn't bring him down.
No, so that was like, I guess, what would be next, but not anymore.
Okay. So was this like mutual? Like we're good, or were you like,
okay? So it was
go. Like,
so it was like mutual.
Mama got the frying pan and chased him out of the house, sort of a thing, or was this like?
So like you know, we had, you know, he had been drinking the night before, and we like got in an argument, and then. The next morning I told him to leave and like that we needed to be done, and that I would talk to him in a week because I was driving through Bakersfield for another reason. So I stopped, and that was like our real breakup conversation. And then I waited about like 5 weeks before I talked to him again.
You broke up with him 3 times.
Yeah,
not once, not twice, 3 times.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm
doing. New chapters.
This is my first time to your house.
It is.
I like it.
Thank you.
I remember the door from Facebook, and that's about
that. I am one of those gay people that didn't get the decorating gene. Like I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Like I'm one of those people that will paint the same wall like 8 or 9 times before
you really figure it out.
Or someone just finally tells me that works.
That's the one. You know, this is the first time my place, which is just an apartment because I live in the city, but it's like actually decorated in the sense, it's just like I was finally able to decorate it all at once. And when you decorate it all at once, it's more cohesive. Like the bathroom really makes sense, and like the living room really makes sense. I didn't like buy things at different times. So I think that's what helped me because I'm definitely not like the shopper or decorator type either.
Yeah.
You know. I didn't know I was artistic until I became a groomer. I can't draw.
Oh, I can't either. I can't draw.
I can't like sculpt.
I can't cut a straight line.
Photograph.
I can't do any of that. For me, dog grooming was. Some people come into it and it's super easy. It just comes natural. It's like God-given moment.
Yeah.
For me, it was hard work, dedication, and just keep pushing till you get it right.
Yeah, and I think everyone's their own worst critic. Like, I can look back and think like, okay, maybe I was a little gifted. Maybe it was a little bit easier for me in the beginning. But like, there's that whole Dunning-Kruger effect. And it's like, you don't know what you don't know. And so you have to just keep pushing yourself to figure out where your shortfalls are and like where you could get better. So I did that. I started like my train of private lessons with you this year.
You did.
And then COVID just kicked the crap out of me. But like I took 10 private lessons this year. It was crazy. Yeah,
I have to say, I was really humbled and really nervous. I've given so many private lessons, but I was ridiculously nervous about coming out to show you anything. I was like, oh God, what if I make a fool of myself? Oh God.
Okay, so
with whether it was owners, whether it was employees, whether it was dog show handlers, there are moments, and Oprah said it right, when she said you all of a sudden have an aha moment. I have learned things from almost everybody. If you'll just open your eyes, open your ears, you can just learn something. It might be the smallest little thing, but it can actually have a major impact.
So I have a story about that. There was this guy, another gay guy. Man, I do not have a great track record with gay guys, but always William, we're good. There was there's this guy that I worked with, and I could not stand him. But one day he taught me this super simple trick about, like really just short haircuts for pet dogs that like a quicker, easier way to do something. And I was like, I still do it to this day. And I still teach people that groom in my salon to do that quick, easy way. And the whole time I'm just like kind of gritting my teeth because I hate the guy that taught me.
Oh, it's one of those
like,
ones.
I still remember, but they actually have a really they have this really great story. So it's this married couple named Jill and Jonathan Haley who were not pet groomers. They were pet owners.
Okay.
And they had a dog that was large and gross to transport, a Newfoundland, to transport to the grooming facility. So they thought, hey, we'll get a mobile groomer. So they called a mobile groomer in their area, and they're booked out 2 months. So Jonathan goes, sounds like we need more mobile groomers. So he goes and buys a van, fixes it up, goes to Petco, and is like, does anyone want to groom for me? He did that in a bunch of Petcos.
And how many said yes?
None.
Oh,
Until one called them like a week later, and it was like one of their managers that was just tired of working there, and they moved on to. And actually, a funny thing about that girl, she's the one who partnered with Jill to start Scissor of the Month Club, which is my big claim to fame was my scissors being released on Scissor of the Month Club back when they started. You know, that was 3 years ago now, so.
And they sold out like crazy.
Yeah. You don't know how groomers are going to react, like how many groomers want to record things.
Yeah.
So, we sold out in a week. Like, it was amazing. It was so cool. So, product of the year?
No, makes sense. Makes sense. I've been one of those ones that I've been like trying to hold the camera under my chin. I got my tired. I've been there.
Because while I have sold scissors for a long time and things like that, none of my peers, like my industry leading peers, ever purchased my stuff. You know what I mean? Like they had their own brand, they had their own things. They didn't purchase my stuff, but they all bought a fox eye. They all bought a fox eye.
I don't have a fox eye.
Okay, so a lot of them bought a fox eye, and some of them not very close with. So I was surprised to see them use their name on their orders because I wouldn't.
I want to see a fox eye.
I thought about bringing him one. I thought about it. I packed snacks, and now I'm full. I packed snacks and a beverage and my book and all this stuff for a 2-hour car ride. It was really pointless.
You original video you did of the Little Mermaid.
Was it the wig or was it the?
I want you to know I used to be doing that.
Oh, the song
years ago, dancing around in grooming salons.
Yeah.
Doing the same thing.
The exact same song too. That's the thing, is that I would believe it because that song came out so naturally. Like, it's like my YouTube channel is new, so I'm trying to like post videos like every other day.
You got like something crazy, like 500 new subscribers in like
5 days.
Yeah. Craziness.
Yeah, I'm almost at 1,000, and I opened it up like 9 days ago. So the goal is to get to 3,000 subscribers by 30 days, because I feel like that would be cool.
That'd be cool.
I actually have a Blakely Honor ceremony that happens every year.
Blakely Honor, dude. We need to talk about what's going on here. Like Blake pajamas, Blake this, Blake blades, Blake scissors, Blake. It's
So
like it's getting to be like a complex.
It's the year that I came out on Netflix is when I started it, and so I actually just got my huge order of trophies. We've got like, Student of the Year, Fan Art Award winners. We have Best Supporting Editor Blakely Honor winners. But then we also have like
your own editing.
I do. I have other people edit stuff sometimes, but not the fun stuff.
Are you gonna win that award too?
No, I don't. I already got it. It's not me. Spoiler, it's not me. I just think if I was homeschooled by my mother, I would be dead. Like, she has like no capacity to teach. I don't.
Well, I don't either. But I found I'm nicer if I drink.
Oh, so you know, keep a little wine on hand.
Well, there's a whole cabinet.
How is this litter doing?
The litter is doing absolutely fantastic. They're a week old now. I've weighed them today, and I'm happy to say in 1 week they've almost tripled their birth weight.
Oh crap! Yeah.
So they're
eating just fine.
They're doing just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Mama dog is happy. She's my hard dog. She's like.
Has she done this before?
This is her third litter.
So
this is her third and her final litter. Mm-hmm. And she's my
stay up with the puppies. It's like you can't help but do it.
No, you have to.
It's weird. It's like I'm such a heavy sleeper, and so like I don't even know that I would do anything. Like if something happened, I would probably sleep through it. I'm just gonna say it. But I've done it. I've slept out with puppies.
No, I'm a wickedly heavy sleeper. When I used to work for a professional handler, and we'd be traveling in the RV and everything, they would literally have to like beat me to get me to wake up in the morning. Like I just don't wake up. Like I'm a sleep till noon type of guy. That's just me.
Yeah.
When my son was born and he came home, it was immediate. I don't know if there's some sort of
or the whole thing.
Oh,
so I don't know. She got fixed after that. It's one of those things where we weren't show dog people, so
yeah.
It was just like
it's like we have a dog, have puppies.
Yeah, that was how my family was.
Yeah.
We actually had like a trough that we would put outside, and it was a trough. It was like a trough, like a small trough. It was a trough, and like we'd have dog food in it, but like every meal we would just like put the scraps in the trough. Like with the regular dog food.
They're dogs. Dogs. Not pigs. Not farm animals. Dogs.
These were this is my childhood.
He had a trough that just was perpetually full of dog food.
Always.
And scraps and
like my mom cooked with like onions and stuff.
Onions?
And like onions would be in there. I know they were. I don't like remember it, but there's no way it didn't happen. Like bones went in there that shouldn't have gone in there, I'm sure.
Well, here's my personal opinion. My father had labs and bred labs for years and years and years and years before health testings, before all of this crazy packaged dog food and treats and organicness and he swears to God years ago dogs were healthier, stronger, and lived longer just eating normal table scraps.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a reason I actually feed my dogs table scraps. Not always. Their sole food is their dog food. But I feed all of my dogs human food all the time, stuff that they're allowed to eat. But the reason why is because I've found that dogs that are on a strict dog food diet based on whatever their needs are, they become so used to it that anything throws their stomach into a tizzy.
I agree 100%.
So, like, if I give them a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then the next time that my friend comes over and gives them a crust on accident or whatever, I don't have to deal with diarrhea through the night.
Hershey squirts all night long.
They're more used to it. And, like, you know, like, I get bacon, and most bacon is, like, too long for the square pan that I have. So I'll take off the end.
You cut the end of the bacon?
Just long enough so it fits, and I give it, like, I would rather just be able to give them stuff all the time so that their stomach is used to variables. Like, there's variables in life.
Yep.
So,
I used to do the same thing. I used to do the rotational dog food. Have you ever heard of that?
Right, where you switch
literally
proteins. Like
every time I went to get new dog food, I'd buy a whole new brand, whole new protein, and it was just constantly switching. Now I just add different types of human food.
Right.
You know, as long as it's okay for them to eat.
Right.
And I have found that my dogs have rock solid stomachs.
So
they can eat anything, anywhere, anytime, and they're good.
So that's what happened is I lived with someone that, like, we had lots of dogs. We had like 9 dogs between us, and like 6 were mine and 3 were his. And I was fine with my dogs eating table scraps all the time. Like, I mean, I'm not even talking about it being infrequent. I mean, literally every day they get a little something here, a little something there throughout the day. Even if it's just licking my plate, you know, I feel like it's different.
Well, that helps, you know?
Right.
Lets it clean up.
It does. It does help with that too. But his dogs, he absolutely forbade it. Like, they were only allowed to eat their dog food. And they had the weakest stomachs. All of them.